Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grim Reaper coming at you from another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully you are doing and having a great week. We're on Brackets' account, and I've been promising this video for a while, and I've actually been looking forward to doing this video for a while. So Brackets, a big shout out to Brackets. He's always allowing me to use champions and use his account to make content, and I really do appreciate that. And the support that Brackers offers to me and brings you guys content that I'm able to show you on a top tier account, probably like towards the top 20 of Platinum Arena. Brackers is one of the best in SP for sure and has one of the strongest accounts in SP. So we are looking at a very in-game account, probably more serious than my account for sure. And we're looking at the best builds for Odin. So I've gone ahead and built Odin up and kind of done the Odin build myself. And I think this is a way that I've seen in the most effective way against me, used against me in Live Arena Gold 4. So I've gone ahead and build him out this way. We're going to go over his kit and I'll go over a couple of pointers for like masteries and stuff for his kit. So go ahead, make sure you watch this because it will stop you making some mistakes with your build. So we're going to start with A1. Attack one enemy. It has a 50% chance of placing a berserk debuff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be placed on boss. Nice A1, not too shabby. The A2 removes all buffs from all enemies. Has a 100% chance once blocked on a 3-turn cooldown to land decreased defense on all enemies for 2 turns. Also has a 100% chance of landing stun for 1 turn. Nice ability. Doesn't actually hit, so you know, like there is no damage like to this, which is pretty nice overall. And then this one gets a bit complicated. Asgard Judgment, right? Attacks one enemy before attacking, steals all the debuffs from the target. The damage inflicted by the skill depends on the target type. Will inflict damage based on the target's attack. Will inflict damage based on the target's defense. So the more defense and attack they've got, the more damage the skill will do to these damage type, these champions type, whatever they are in the game. I think that's how it works, and that's how I'm reading it as. Max HP, bosses, and support will inflict damage based on the target's max HP. So it's like Dutch's max HP, for example, the dragon's max HP. The bigger it is, the harder he's going to hit. This attack will ignore 100% of the target's defense. So, when his attack says ignore 100% of the target's defense, this makes Ham Smasher useless. This makes Lethal, Savage, and Merciless useless as well, because this basically means that he's going to ignore 100% defense. You can't ignore any more than 100%, so there's no reason to use these sets or masteries. So, that's one thing to kind of take into consideration. If this target was killed by this skill, revive a random dead ally by this. It's on a 3-turn cooldown as well. Once booked, he has a speed aura of the best speed aura in the game now, which is voids only, which is going to be 40, which is pretty nice. And then every 9 turns, places a block damage on his champion for 1 turn, and also spreads does a debuff spread, taking effect on his champion and placing it on all allies. So basically, he's like a mini Halakath and Armads, but as well, he can smack you, right? So this build that we're going to showcase today in a classic arena is basically to show you the way that I would build him for live arena as well, and mainly aimed at live arena. And depending on how your account is, if you'd build him in pinpoint or stone skin, which I think are the best 2 ways of building him. I've gone ahead and built him in a 2-piece pinpoint today, so he doesn't get sheeped. Right, okay, so this is the team we're going to go with. We have a support Azarius, a support Abyss, and Sifi. I've used these champions because they're like speed tuned, and it doesn't involve me changing any builds or anything like that. And I also wanted to increase accuracy as well from Abyss to kind of show you what this can really do. So we're going to go ahead and just open up with the A3. And A3 here, and then add bias with A3, and then we're going to open up with the Odin's A2 ability there, which you can see we didn't actually do much I guess because Mephala is quite good with her passive still. And Leo's somehow procced Inkillable before that. And you can see there, before they take the turn, before they can kill us, Odin is basically put his passive ability like so, which is what we want to see. And then we can basically try and one-shot anyone here. So, for example, I'm going to go for the UDK and get rid of him. Now, this is probably not like the best style of team to kind of use, in all fairness, but definitely would take another nuker with him in these style of builds and then have him run in before the nuker. So we're going to go ahead and go through. As you can see here, we do have that pinpoint. And basically, we're just using turn meter to our advantage, like so. And then obviously CC as well. And we just keep flying through the abilities there. Brackers has got a super strong account. It's worth noting that this is only a level 84, so we'll give him a little skip. So we can see here we've got some of the best champions in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and switch up our team. So you can see here we've got a Queen, Cora, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Marishka. And we're going to use a Taurus as well. I think we'll go double Taurus. And then we'll just throw in Odin in the leads so we can benefit from that extra turn meter. And then we can see to him work as like the build that I want him to be, like half hybrid, as damage dealer, reviver, and support and crowd control. And that is what I generally see him working as. So we're going to go ahead and open up this ability. We're not going to put shields up because we'll get absolutely hammered. So we'll try and get some. I don't think we... Okay, we could try and get some damage in because of the UDK. We'll play the strip, which would be pretty useful. And then again, we'll play the ability there. You see there, we're one shot there in Harmony. Which, you know, is what it is. I'm actually going to play that ability there. Because I didn't expect Narcissus to do so much damage to me, and we didn't get lucky with the passive ability, which it is what it is. And then we're just going to use the ally attack, sadly, to see this go down. And we'll still win this, obviously. Don't need to be worried about this in Harmony. But you can see that, you know, he does his job with this. Maybe Taurus is a bit too strong. Maybe we'll try something else in a second. Because I really want to try and showcase him the best way we can to kind of see. So maybe we'll find a Taurus and Marishka. That might be something a bit better. Because then that would be more style of his team. I think UDK just kind of stops him being able to showcase him a bit better than I want to. So we actually have I guess we have a Taurus here. Well, so we have a Narcissus as well. So I guess this might actually work better. And I want Odin to basically stun pretty much everyone. Obviously, Narcissus can't be stunned because of his passive ability. That's what makes Narcissus pretty OP. Honestly, if we can try and get some strip, this would be good. So you can see there, we stripped 3 champions, which is 2 champions. One's got a lightning cage though, lightning cage level 6. Lightning cage is very good on Queen and Cora for sure. And then we'll basically try and take out Narcissus here, which is like so. The Barbarian actually went ahead and took me out there. So I guess we want to try and kill someone so we can basically try and bring this back, right? So I'm going to try and one-shot him. We still did boss first. Marishka's going to come back to life then, which is going to be very, very useful. And then we just play the a2 into the Marishka. We're going to play the a3 because Narcissus is still not back, which is going to be like so. Put the Berserker on him. I think we could take him out, that's fine. Play the a1. And you can see here, Odin is quite effective. Just adding more survivability, in all fairness. And that revive was quite key in this as well. Obviously, we need to try and kill Marishka before we kill the rest of the team. So he's going to go ahead and revive. I'm going to stick him back into the ground. 156 damage there. Big damage as well coming in from that. Try and play the shield so our Taurus can do more damage. We're going to counterattack there, which is going to clean up the team pretty nice. So you can see there, not an easy fight, but Odin basically doing as much damage as a Taurus there as well, which is pretty strong. So let's see if we can come up with a different style of team. So we can use something like this, for example. This is more of a speed team, so we're going to use something like Sifi, I guess, of our own. We could try and bring in a Susan as well, maybe, if we have one. I think we have one somewhere in this account. We just try and search for it. There we are, Susan. I knew I had one somewhere. And then we can try and Marius as well. Again, all void champions, which means that we're fine. Actually, I just noticed her, which is going to be a bit annoying if she cuts in, and most likely she will cut in. So I'm actually going to drop her, and we'll bring in the best answer to these type of teams. And we're just going to use our Catrixia to reset us. There. So the block damage will add some more survivability to our team, obviously. Marius is going to be kind of good against him. That's also worth noting. He's not speed tuned, so we're actually going to go ahead and strip him. You can see this Odin as well is actually in a One Piece pinpoint as well. Now, unfortunately, pinpoint doesn't stop Marius with his enfeebles, which I guess it is what it is. And you see here, I just put a block buff so he can't put his up. And then we'll basically be able to one-shot here pretty nicely. Or we can go ahead and stun as well. Like, both of them are a option. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Sifi out. And you want to try and avoid taking extra turns like a Marius against him as well. That's one thing to kind of do a bit different. And you can see there, we didn't actually need Catrixia. You could use a Warlord or Armads or something like that as well. And that is pretty nice. So I guess people just using Voids champions with them only to kind of benefit the whole team, which I can kind of see why. We can basically try and take on a team that's a bit more difficult, maybe something like this. But we'd have to use more mythicals for sure. So let's go ahead and try something like, he's got Kael's dad, so we'll take on Kael's dad, for example. He's got a Sigford as well. He's got a bias. So we can try something like this. With this, he's got increased accuracy. And then we could try something like a different speed champion. Guess we can use Catrixia as well, maybe. Something like this as well. Now, we're actually going to swap the aura there. Kind of makes sense to swap the aura. And then we can use something like this. Now, you're fighting OP champions with OP champions, obviously. This is also one of the best accounts to kind of go up against in Platinum Arena. This account is definitely up there. I've seen it up there myself. And then we basically been able to do something like this. Obviously, we get sheep there, which it is what it is. I'm going to play this form so our bias doesn't cause me so much of an issue with that ability. And then we'll put block buffs. And then we're going to target him first, because he's definitely the biggest threat here. And he's quite hard to take on, right? Like, he's quite tanky, etc. You can see there the passive coming in as well. And then we'll play the 10-meter boost. We'll reset once we can. You can see there's a strip on Star Sage as well. And then we're going to get sheep there. Unfortunately, means we own 2 sheeps. Cool. This is looking fairly good. Our Star Sage is very, very tanky. We're going to flip forms, reset. Reset would be very, very annoying for sure. He's going to do his job. He's going to go back and return. Going to play a 2 strip and stun. Because I'm really concerned about that Sigford, which was basically say. The minute we one-shot this Sigford and Tails dad, then we're done. You see here, this is obviously like this is a top of Platinum Arena. There's better teams, better starter teams that you can use to farm, but you can see here, if this was a live arena fight, we've been pretty dominating. We don't have to worry too much about something like this. He's going to obviously go ahead and do his thing, which I didn't really think about, if I'm honest. Just kind of let him back into that one. That's definitely more like my mistake than his, because I probably could have dealt with it a little bit better. And then we can probably swap him. Go do his thing. For some reason he got stunned. Not too sure why. Guess we can kind of take him out now because he's revive. Yeah, we can strip, block him down. Blocked active skills, probably like the best you can do against mythicals. This has took way too long, but you would know bring in another reviver. Sorry, another Nuko as well. Like you could bring in a Sigfrid here, and this would be much easier for sure. You see there, pretty effective as well. He can definitely fight with the best of the best. We've got another one here which we can kind of take on as well. So we have like a Star Sage, Marius, Sigfrid, etc. I don't know whose account this is from Mads. Oh, Jay-Z. Yeah, Jay-Z is a super good player. Me and him do meet quite regularly on my account, but it's like comparing a Porsche to a Mini Cooper, right? I'm definitely the Mini Cooper, not Jay-Z. He also has a Twitch channel as well. Go check it out. He streams like every Saturday or something like that. So we can go ahead and take that out. We do have to deal with the Enfeeble now, which is fine to be, I guess. So do need to be careful of that. We could go ahead. I'm going to try and cleanse us, I guess. Try that. I guess we could cleanse with Star Sage, actually. No, we get sheeped. Okay, so we get messed up by the sheep there, which is a bit, unfortunately, a annoying one. Let's see if we can find a better team with less sheep. You can see here, sheep is still very, very powerful. We have a Sigfrid here, so we'll try this on. We have like a Duchess, a UDK, etc. We got a Unicorn, which is a bit annoying. Okay, we'll try something like this then. So we've got a Sigfrid, Catrixia, a Void guy. I can't remember what he does. Oh, he does the freeze, right? He just got buffed. There we are. I knew it was something like that. So we'll go ahead and try this. We'll lock him out. I think we got that on Sigford as well. Split forms. I really do like Star Sage. I do. Any chance of me playing with Star Sage will always be nice. We're gonna get freeze there. So the questions is, can we take the block boss first? I don't think we can, right? I think, yeah, it gets put off first. Okay. I just wanted to try it, you know, try it once. So let's go ahead and then reset, go again. I think we should be able to take it this time. I think. Do the A3 because we don't want to steal that block boss just yet. I want to use my friend Sigford. There we are. So you can just remove the block damage. That's going to be very, very nice. So I guess he can do a job against Sigford. Like if you're in live arena, you got 2 nukers. Obviously, you'd need to make Odin faster, and then he would do his thing as well. I think Odin's kind of easier to build than most nukers as well these days, especially not needing stone skin. I guess this is like an average team that we can kind of showcase as like a, I suppose as like a second type of champion. So let's go ahead and bring in a nuker who is slower. I think Marius could potentially work, maybe. So these two should be like that. Let's use Catrixia because of Warlords, just in case Warlords faster. And we try this as well. So obviously Odin doesn't obviously need increased attack, doesn't need increased defense to do more damage, which is also another bonus to him as well. And then we can see like this, we can come in and do our thing. And this is when I would think that Odin is probably the best way. Now we just got, and sadly, annoyingly, just got enfeeble on us, which is going to mean I'm going to have to wait. Actually, we could just reset and cleanse. Which you can see there is the passives on both. Marius is actually going to jump in ahead. Maybe because of some turn meter. So Marius is slower than Odin, which is a bit annoying, but you know, hey ho, it looks like he jumped ahead. Let's see if we can take on this account's pretty nice. This guy is like 54 or something on leaderboards. Me and him did face of a day. So we can go ahead and try this team out as well. Obviously Rhodas is probably good against Odin actually with the A3 ability being able to ignore block damage. That's gonna be quite funky. I definitely use it the other day similar to a similar champion, which was Nice. So obviously we can't do much. I don't think we can one-shot Rhodas, but we can try. Nope. We can't one-shot Rhodas, which got me killed. I didn't think he would one-shot Rhodas. So Rhodas is actually like a really solid counter to him. And it looks like we're going to get sheeped. And this is why I'm recommending Pinpoint, right? Because, like, damn, you can see how annoying that that is. We might actually lose this now just because we got sheeped and slept, which is a bit frustrating. And obviously we do have a revive, so he's back up. Okay, so we could go ahead and kill. That's fine. I'm gonna sheep and stun. We get sheeped, and that's why we also have the pinpoint, because it's like a sheep for Fiesta. Pinpoint hasn't done much when it comes to sheep. Let's be honest. Because right now we've got 2 sheeps sitting on my screen. This is when I think Ferret set needs a buff. If we can wake up in time, we'll be good. Okay. Yeah, there's not much I can really do if I get sheeped a lot. I'm gonna try and showcase in the best I can, but when we just get sheeped purposely non-stop, it's gonna be very frustrating. I'm gonna try a different style of champion. He doesn't really tend to get sheeped so much. Let's try that. He's normally quite better against sheep, I guess. I don't see Star Sage get sheeped much every time I face him anyway. I guess maybe because I don't have much sheep, right? So I try this out. We're gonna go into that, into this. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, I should have played A3 actually, but hey ho. All right, so we got a C. We got a Marishka there. One shot. No. Oh, okay. So we was one shotting them earlier. I guess it kind of depends then. We know we can't one shot that Rodus, which is good news for me because like this is also like me kind of seeing as well like the best counters to these champions, right? There goes Seafy. There's no sheep. Love it. So Rodus definitely could be used as a counter. Someone was saying to me the other day actually that I should take my gear off my Rodus, but I think this is a good case of when we're not going to be doing that. Anyway, let me go ahead and show you all the builds and everything on this Odin. The couple of things that I might change as well on Odin for depending on what way you want to build him. And then the stats that we'll probably look at a bit more close up as well. Right, okay, so this is the Odin build that I went with on my personal opinion, the best way to build him. Now you can see here there is a lot of stuff that's not oiled. A lot of stats can still come in and be improved. I know it's a +2 fully awakened, it should have better stats. I am well aware of that, but basically I didn't want to strip the rest of his champions from his arena champions, etc. And he wasn't built already, so they're working on the build overall, which is good because, you know, Brackers is quite competitive in live arena, so he doesn't probably want to show off his proper builds and stuff like that, if I'm honest. But this is probably the way that I would build Odin if I had him on my account and I was looking at pure speed. So you can see here I've gone with accuracy of 400. I've looked at him to try getting crit capped and then a critical damage of 250. I'll be honest, I don't see any more point of building any more critical damage than 250, to be honest, because just generally like looking at other things and how his damage works, I don't feel like it will actually make his build any better than trying to go like 300 or 350. Don't think it really does anything, because most of the time it depending on the type of the champion and how the damage is working. We have the speed of 256. Now personally, I think after my testing him and play testing him on Bracker's account, I would actually make him faster. I'd probably go towards like 290, 300 speed, so your speed tunes throughout the team. That definitely would have made my life a lot easier. And then I went for much survivability as possible with the defense and HP, looking for that overall. Now we have got the six piece pinpoint, which is basically going to give me the 2-piece stack. So basically it gives me 2 chances of not being sheeped or crowd controlled. So basically dealing with Narcissus, etc. Not Narcissus, sorry, Armads, etc., which is generally what I would try and avoid to do. These are the pieces of gear that we've got overall. Obviously, Sheep is no denying that is the best blessing on him for a 6-star. I actually think as a 5-star, Life Harvest could be quite good. Soul Reaper could be quite good as well. I think even Fallen of the Wrath could be a interesting choice, or Template Chains if you're going Stone Skin. I would only take Template Chains, sorry, Lightning Cage, which one I meant to say? Lightning Cage, which one is it? This one, Lightning Cage with Stone Skin, if I was building Stone Skin. That is the only reason I'd go with Lightning Cage from that to stop this. Now, these are the masteries that thingy went with, which are not my masteries. Trying to move my webcam out of the way, but it's not letting me, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn it off. And these are the masteries that we went with. Now, do I think that these are the best masteries? Probably not, if I'm honest. So I'm just going to get up Raid Bro. He's basically saying he'll take this mastery as a more of a chance to go round faster and try and get more turns, etc., which I can kind of see that. Personally, for my playtest, I would probably go something like this with disabilities, and then I'll probably come in with something like this with like extra damage, and etc. And these are probably what I would take, right? You got Eagle Eye here. There's no point taking House Smasher because he ignores 100% defense already, and these are quite fairly good stats overall. And I think that's about it for me today and ODIN. Do I think ODIN is a nice champion? Yes. Is he pretty OP? Yes. I've definitely changed my personal perspective about him, and he's definitely up there with like the Narcissus and Queen Ancora, the Taurus and Marishka as a status of a Void Legendary. Which, to be honest, before today's video, I didn't really put him in the same category, but I definitely do now after playtesting him and seeing the damage that he can do on first hand, which you can see here, they're not crazy stats at all. Anyway, I think that's it for me today. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. It does help support the channel. And hopefully you guys enjoy this. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.